Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Indieheads Podcast.
No!
I'm your host, Matty, aka
No! Don't do this to me. I let you guys take. I don't appear on one episode, and then all of a sudden you're trying to take me off the hierarchy. You're trying to take me off trying to kick me off the top of the food chain. All right, I have the most clout here. And you're not going to take...
AJ was actually, like, a really fantastic host.
He is good.
Wow.
He's good. I let him take over as host once, and I was like... I think I let him take over the hotelier episode that I was on, because I wasn't feeling well. But I was like, you just take over, because I'm sick. But I need someone to record, so... I'll deal with it. But anyways, hey, welcome to the Indieheads Podcast. I am the real Matty, a.k.a. at Monovian Prince on Twitter, or ReconAG on the subreddit. On this episode of the podcast, we have...
Hey, folks. I'm Alex, a.k.a. Orange Morange on Twitter, and... yeah.
A.k.a. trying to steal my fucking identity. Alex want to be me so bad. Sorry.
Jackson.
Jackie.
Jackie Cotta. I've never been called Jackie.
You're Jackie now.
That'd be your porn name.
Let me fix Lizzie's name on the schedule too.
I'm Jackson Codiga. You can find me on Twitter at Jackson Codfish. That's where I do most of my posting. But yes, that's me.
And now.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lizzy. I guess I'm Liz Blempt. You can find me on Reddit as at ReconEG. And that was funny. All right. No, I'm at Lizzy from online on Twitter and at Lizzy on Reddit, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have a Reddit account.
I have one, but like I don't.
Nice out. I'm trying to chill, smoke some loud, feel me? I got loud.
So nice
Matty.
Someone smoke some loud.
Either DM me or hit my line, bro. I got loud. I'm trying to smoke.
Okay, sorry about that. I started by
I
that.
like to imagine is a guy who actually carries around a machine in which he can auto-tune himself with. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's a microkorg, and he just speaks entirely through it, and he's just in a constant state of sing-song.
Wait, Alex. Like when people who get cancer from smoking, they have to have those little things in their throat to
Yeah,
speak.
I imagine that too, but I didn't want to go there.
Well, I went there because I gotta provide the content.
You don't have to you don't need a device for that. All you have to do is just be. Very problematic human being, but R. Kelly, the way he just everything he says, he just sings it and will hit a high note mid sentence. He'll just be like, "What up, y'all? My name is R. Kelly," and he'll just go into a full vocal warm up mid sentence.
I peed on a teenager.
Yeah, I was the #1 R. Kelly stan on Twitter.com, and I'm having to retire that title forever and ever, and I'm very upset about that. But he's just a fucked up person. I can't.
The thing is, he's been known. The thing is, people are shocked. Is he's been known for
no, it's
he's been
not
known
shocking.
for a solid 15, 20 years. He's a massive creep. With this I was wait, this is just now being revealed. This has been known that he's probably up to some weird ass shit. Did you Vince Staples was posting on Twitter yesterday y'all calling me weird? Did you not see this guy? He's dressed like a damn supervillain with a damn mask on.
That's a fucking iconic picture of R. Kelly. For me it was the last news story was not oh, this came out of nowhere. It's oh, I need to look in the mirror and really see what kind of an artist am I supporting here. Even if he did make Ignition remix, I was just if I can't posture I have these beliefs and still support this guy. So I just had to unstand. I was literally about a week before that story, I was talking to someone about trying to get them to go with me to go see R. Kelly at an Indian casino because I really wanted to go see him. But that's not giving him money anymore for sure.
Fun fact: the last song I listened to in 2016 was Ignition remix. I was with my now girlfriend, and we were let's do this, and it ended right as it struck midnight, and it was just beautiful. It was fantastic. That was our first date.
Well, speaking of artists that are not doing bad things, let's get to the news. Our first piece of news comes from Passion Pit's Michael Angelico's. So it was recently, like, he posted something on Twitter recently saying that he was taking a hiatus from music, and of course everyone was like, "Oh man, that sucks," but like, I understand, because he recently started a company called the Wishart Group, which is a new company that I believe that he helped found earlier in the year, which is going to provide legal, educational, and healthcare services to artists, and also with the mental health program being his primary focus. However, he later clarify his statements to like a bunch of like websites like, "Hey, I'm not taking a hiatus from music. I'm taking a hiatus from being a commercialized artist." Basically, it's like, I'm still going to make music. I'm just not going to put it out commercially, or not, do the whole thing. Because I think he's talked about in the past, like, how like doing album cycles and tours and whatnot has just like taken a complete toll on his mental health. So
yeah.
This is a really good thing that I like a lot, and I'm glad that he's like working on this as a thing. Like, clearly, like being an artist and being in the public eye and having to go through all the things they do. Like, and I think because it's such a like, so many people like dream to aspire to it. It's one of those things where like people who do get it then proceed to be like, "Oh, I'm not going to be sympathetic to you because you're living your dream out there." And it's like, yeah, but that's like, there's a lot of shit that comes along with that most people just like aren't aware of. And so this is a cool, like a very unique idea. And I'm glad that he's like taking more time to focus on this.
I really I saw them, I think in 2012. I saw Passion Pit. They opened for Matt and Kim, I believe. It was like a 17-year-old me's like wet dream. I was like, fuck yeah, Passion Pit and Matt and Kim.
That is a very 2012 sentence.
Right? And I saw them, and I remember it was like the beginning, and I remember he had to go on hiatus on this tour. I think he went through like Seattle and Los Angeles and like a Portland, like maybe like 3 West Coast cities, and then he was like, we have to, we have to suspend this tour because he explained, I read an article by Rolling Stone, but I believe that he was like, I think at the concert, he like stopped before he started performing, and he was like, "Hey guys, I've been in a really bad place. I was diagnosed with bipolar when I was 17, and I've just been really struggling lately. So like anyone else who's out there and struggling, just like, let's just," and like, it was interesting to me because even though it was like 2012, which was like 5 years ago, but like a lot of artists that I hadn't, like, I was just starting to get into like music, like my own music taste. And I hadn't heard a lot of artists openly speak about mental illness like that, and especially like as like on tour, and everyone's like, "Oh, so fucking pumped for like Matt and Kim and Passion Pit," and everyone's like jumping around. And he's like, "Hey, like, I just want to say I'm kind of having like a hard time." So, and everyone's just like, "Whoa," like the crowd was just very like humbled by that, and was like, "You know what? Yeah, like I don't know if humbled's the right word, but everyone's like, I don't know, like, I just thought it was really, really interesting how he just spoke out about that, and he was like, like, I'm kind of struggling right now. If you're struggling too, like, let's just have fun, and, and he's like, if you can't, that's okay, because I understand, and I'm having a rough time right now too, but I don't know. I remember he said something about it, and I thought it was really great, because I was like, what a cool guy, like, he's speaking out openly about, how he's doing.
Yeah. I think I was reading up on this like before, like getting the news stories for tonight's podcast, and apparently he's already raised like $250 million for the Wishart Group, which is like,
that's wild.
Yeah. So shouts out,
awesome.
Shouts out Passion Pit, shouts out Michael. I need to check out the new album because which by the way that dropped on streaming services finally back on Friday.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. I never understood that album release thing where it was like, it's leaked, but like they did it, I think. I never got like the memo what that was, and I've heard pretty good things about the album, so I'm definitely going to check it out now that it's finally on streaming.
So yeah, shouts out. Next piece of news we got, Albert Hammond Sr., who is the father of Albert Hammond Jr., who's a part of the Strokes, recently announced in an interview that the Strokes were recording LP6 with Rick Rubin, and then like a day later, Albert Hammond Jr. and Julian Casablancas were like, "I don't know, like we were in preliminary talks about it, but like if there's going to be an album, it's not happening for a couple years, so hold off." And then Julian Casablancas like, and oh, by the way, new Julian Casablancas in the Voids music, it's coming soon. And then I think they said something about Ricky Rubio instead of working with, hold on, let me find the tweet. What Albert Sr. meant to say is that we are working with NBA point guard Ricky Rubio on our new offense for our basketball league. So
that's incredible. I love that.
Can I say that I think the best case scenario for a Rick Rubin produced Strokes album is that Julian Casablancas and the boys try to make hip hop.
I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, hey, they could do it. I think if like Blondie was able to do it, like, hey, I think the boys could do it. So, I mean, there's not much to say about it. I think Rick Rubin, depending on what day it is, Rick Rubin's either like pretty cool or like a hack fraud. So,
yeah. I mean, I personally would love to hear the Strokes sing "The Modern Age," but like over Yeezus production. I'm down for that as a thing, but generally, I don't know. I'm very skeptical after the last EP. It's just like,
I agree. Like, the Strokes are my favorite band of all time, but past, present, and future. Oblivious was good, but the two other songs.
Yeah, I liked Oblivious a lot, but I didn't listen to the EP.
Hang on, I got breaking news real quick from the group DM on Twitter. Smash Mouth has given a shout out to Perfume Genius on their Twitter page. They posted the Queen music video. So, Smash Mouth, we got put it in the indie canon. All right, Smash Mouth are officially in the indie canon for giving a shout to Perfume Genius. So that's the breaking news. But let's get back.
So now we have collabs from Car Seat Headrest / Smash Mouth, and then Perfume Genius Smash Mouth. We need both those collabs.
Yes, real recognize real up in this bitch. But yeah, is there anything more to say about the Strokes? Other than, like, if they ever do another album, let's be real, it's probably not going to be that good.
Can I say something about the Strokes?
Yes.
Sure.
Is This It? Sure. Is a really good album.
It's the best album of all time. I don't know.
Wait,
you gotta commit to it when you say it, Lizzie. It doesn't have to mean anything. You just have to commit to it.
It's the greatest album of all time.
It is.
It is. It's fast.
Besides Room on Fire, which I like better.
Oh.
That's my take. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it. Room on Fire is better.
My Strokes take is that I've never listened to a Strokes album in full, and I'm ready to be crucified for. Hey, Jackson, your job on the line officially now, okay? But wash that damn mouth of yours, okay?
Okay.
But what happened?
I've never listened to Is This It or like any Strokes album before, Alex.
Matty, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't. Again, I was like, my taste was. I was 4 when it came out, and I never got around to it when I got into indie music.
I get what you mean, but also, like, on the other hand, like, when I started really, really getting heavily into indie music, I was just like, this is one of the things that I have to do, is listen to Is This It and listen to Room on Fire. Like I definitely, like, there are some bands where it's like, I don't like the whole, like, persecuting people over, you haven't heard this and this and this and this, but, like, that's one of those that, like, if you're hosting an indie music podcast, you probably should listen to at least one Strokes album.
Okay, well, that's true, but I do host an indie. I've hosted an indie podcast for like 2.5 years now, and I've never listened to a Strokes album. And the brand is currently stronger than ever. But can
I pitch something to you real quick?
Yes.
Can I just pitch it to you?
Yes.
So the thing with Is This It is that if you're white and you grew up in a suburban middle class home and you've ever felt sad and not known why, Is This It is a very good album.
Well, he's right.
I hit all those check marks, so I'll probably like it. But at the same time, it's like, I really love Turn on the Bright Lights, and I feel like that's going to hinder my enjoyment slightly.
No,
it doesn't. They're just different things.
They're both very good, and they're different. Turn on the Bright Lights is more post-punk.
Yeah, Turn on the Bright Lights is like a top 10 album of all time for me, and I can still enjoy the Strokes, even though they're like kind of two sides of a different coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the next piece of news. Somewhat sad, but, I guess happy. Daniel Johnston, he has announced a final tour, and on these, I think, 5 or 6 tour dates, Depending on what city he's in, he'll be joined by Jeff Tweedy and Friends, Built to Spill, the Preservation All-Stars, the Districts, and Modern Baseball as his backing band for these various stops. So if let me open the news article and see who's in what city. So in New Orleans, his backing band will be the Preservation All-Stars. In Philadelphia, it'll be the Districts and Modern Baseball. In Chicago, it'll be in Chicago it'll be Jeff Tweedy and Friends. And then for Portland and Vancouver, it'll be Built to Spill and others. So, end of an era. I mean, pretty much,
Yeah. Shouts out to Daniel Johnston for persevering as long as he did, rather. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Have any of you watched the NPR Tiny Desk he did?
I maybe saw a bit of it. I don't remember much about it though.
He's like, I don't really know how to say anything about it. It's just like, I don't know.
I mean, because I've seen the trailer to The Devil and Daniel Johnston, and like I said, just watching that, it's like he's still alive. That's kind of incredible. Like he's persevered through this much. It's kind of it's shocking to an extent. At least it seems like it's nice that he's, I guess, kind of ending out on a high note, pretty much.
Yeah. I might, I'm considering driving to Chicago to see him with Jeff Tweedy. I kind of want to go see the shows with Broken Social Scene because, Broken Social Scene, but,
good.
But I would have to fly across the country for, like, just a weekend, and 6-hour plane fights are not enjoyable in the slightest. And that would be, like, a lot of money. That, too. That's also an issue. But, yeah.
I'm pretty
Obviously,
sure my friend's...
No, you go, Lizzie.
I'm pretty sure my friend's band is touring with Broken Social Scene, which is pretty cool.
Really?
That is extremely
for the
cool.
next tour. So Alex, if you wanted to come to Vancouver, you could tear some shit up.
I'm so glad that a very large Canadian band with many members released a really, really good album this year, and also Arcade Fire put out an album.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Let's not.
Okay.
Don't call it by name. Let's not acknowledge.
Okay,
we'll have content about it. You know what we're talking about. Let's just move on.
Let's move on to some good foreigners, and that good foreigner is Charli XCX, who made the greatest music video of all time recently that she put out called Boys. And it was
amazing.
It was an amazing video that featured a lot of icons. Let's get the list. Let me find the list real quick of all the icons.
Like Joe Jonas, Mac DeMarco, Dram. Sorry, now I'm just listening to them out.
Ezra Koenig and Rostam from Vampire Weekend.
Of course.
Jackson's husband,
all of my strong sons.
Jackson's husband, Kay Tranada. Is this true? Is he your
Yeah,
husband? Okay.
Confirmed.
Denzel.
Sorry, my girlfriend.
So you got Denzel Curry, you got Joey Badass, Amine, Riz Ahmed. I think who was the other guy? Heems, Mark Ronson. But you also had some not
Heems?
so. Yeah, is it Heems? It's Heems.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in the video. He's in the video with
No,
Riz Ahmed.
I haven't watched the video. I'm just surprised that Heems is still around.
Yeah. He's in a group with Riz Ahmed. He's in a rap group with him.
Have you heard Sweatshop Boys?
Oh, really? I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah.
Really, actually amazing. It's him and Riz Ahmed, the dude who was in Star Wars and The Night of, and they rapped together over like various like Pakistani and Indian inspired beats.
It's kind of rad.
It's super fucking and there's like a song on the new EP in which Riz Ahmed comes in and says, "I'm Packy Chan, I'm Pac Robinson, I'm Pac Nicholson," and that's all you need to know about how good this rap music is. It's actually really, really dope shit, and will definitely make my EPs of the year. Like, they have an album and an EP out so far. Go check out the Sweatshop Boys.
What are they? Sorry, can you repeat that? What are they called again?
It's Sweatshop Boys, so it's
okay.
like SWET.
Yeah.
But also in this video, there were some bad boys, and bad boys not in a good way. You had Cameron Dallas, who our lovely Wilfer Thrill is a big fan of. You had the despicable Jack Antonoff. He was in the video, and I think also the fat Jew, meme stealer, and just probably just generally terrible person was also in the video. There were some mostly good boys though. Mostly good boys.
I would say mostly good boys. Flume and AJ Cook were in there.
Oh yeah, that was like that. Let's rate the boys. Who is everyone's favorite boy in the boys music video?
I might have to go with Ezra.
Watched, but Ezra Koenig is always the number one boy in my heart.
And Brendan, everyone forgot Bread and Urine, aka the
Brendan Urine. You want to say that? You want to say that one more time?
Bread and Urine.
We're having a fun time today, folks.
Oh yeah, that's another bad boy. But yeah, this is a great music video, and just iconic. Like, I consider myself a straight male, but you know what? This video,
oh boy, here we go.
Video,
I'm thinking about boys.
I'm thinking about boys. I'm thinking about boys.
The song is pretty good. I think like Charli's interesting, where like she's like simultaneously doing this, like she's like on one side like hedging into the art pop world with like all the PC music folks that she's affiliated with, and then also she like wants to make Britney Spears style like full bubblegum pop, and I think she's slowly like kind of finding a way to bring those two together to make something that feels like her. And Number One Angel's very good. So I'm rooting for Charli XCX to really put something together that's like solid, because I think
Speaking of Britney Spears, Matty, were you at the Cherry Glazer show at Pitchfork?
No, I think that set conflicted with, like, was that Saturday?
I don't know. Maybe it was Wise Blood. That was
I missed that because I was at Wise Blood.
They walked out to Toxic, and honestly, that's a great song. Like, I hadn't heard that in a very long time, like since it was like on the radio regularly. And it's a good ass song.
It's a great song. It's easily her best. It also was sampled to great effect in the only good Because the Internet Childish Gambino song. Which was the song with Danny Brown, and I will stand by the statement once again. It is the only good Because the Internet Childish Gambino song.
Don't slander Bonfire.
Holy shit, guys!
Bonfire's bad.
Guys,
Bonfire
breaking news.
Okay,
breaking news.
Oh,
more breaking news.
Smash Mouth on their Twitter is just tweeted about Perfume Genius.
We definitely just talked about it as a news item, like 10 minutes ago.
Are we serious?
Yeah.
That was the first breaking news segment. Matty came in and was like, breaking news.
I'm sorry.
I literally even said breaking news.
I'm very
Alex.
clearly.
in the exact
I remember that part. I think I literally tuned out after you said breaking news.
I think when Alex tried to steal Matty's identity, they just kind of like became the same person.
Alex is stealing my podcast valor right now.
Well,
all right?
see, the thing is, I started this podcast very foggy and out of it, and I'm going forth into that great night right now.
Keep drinking that drink. But let's do the last piece of news, which is kind of news, but Jackson, our baby boy Jackson, he recently went to FYF last weekend and had our Jackie Codiga, which did my joke land that it sounds like a porn star name?
Kind of, yeah. Jackie, and adding like a Y or an IE onto any name just inherently makes it like either more innocent or like more sexual, depending on how you say it. It's kind of weird like that. But anyways,
big baller Baxton. He went to FYF.
Big ballers only at FYF. I went to FYF this year, the weekend after all the boys went to Pitchfork, as I do not really live. I go to school in Michigan, but I'm here in LA for the summer, and so I went to FYF this year, and gosh dang it, it was a very good time. A couple highlights that I wanted to like point out on this podcast that not acts that were talked about in the Pitchfork, because there was some overlap between the two. Like Tribe was amazing, Solange was amazing, Mitski was amazing, but like a couple of highlights for me. I saw Kelly Lee Owens doing like her like third US show ever, and she was like really, really fucking good. And she did her cover of an Aaliyah song. I forget which one it is, but that was like iconic. She's amazing. Listen to her album. And then I went from Kelly Lee Owens immediately into Bjork, which is just like, whew, I needed to be held. It was a rough time for me at Bjork, but it was amazing. She was so good. And the other thing I wanted to briefly talk about while we're talking about FYF is that I saw Frank Ocean live in concert. He's real. He exists. I saw him with my own two eyes. And I want to like highlight. I know everyone has seen like a fuckload about Frank Ocean's live show, especially because the two US dates were just like endlessly covered on social media, especially by myself. I was really bad about it, but like as someone who's, I think I'm the only person in the pod who's seen it in person besides AJ, who went this last weekend to Panorama. But holy shit, it's such a unique live show. Like I don't know if it's the best show I've ever seen, which is what I said after it ended, because I was on an emotional high, but like it might be because I've just never seen a show like that. Because like the thing with Blonde and Endless, like those albums are so intimate. I was like, how is he going to perform this? Like with Channel Orange, like he just performed in kind of a very straightforward way, and it was like, how do you perform Blonde? Well, the way you do is that you put Frank Ocean on a stage, a minimal stage in the middle of the crowd, 100 feet out, and then you use this like unbelievable videographing technology to like display him on this giant screen behind him, using Spike Jonze as the director doing all of the footage, and then you bring out Brad Pitt and have him act while Frank sings Close to You and makes me cry like a little bitch. God damn. That show was so good. It was like really, truly incredible art, and it, like he really turned like the live show into art in a way that like you can tell he just like thinks about every way that his music is presented in a way that other people don't. And I was very, very happy, and I was especially happy that I got to see a couple songs from Endless live, because I did not think that I was gonna get to, like, I was worried that maybe he wouldn't do any of it live, but he fucking did Wither, and that was like almost too much. It was so good, and yeah, it was a really incredible show. Shout out to Frank Ocean, and shout out to Brad Pitt for being a goddamn legend. Yeah, that's my FYF recap in a nutshell. It was a good time. I had fun. Also, I had fun at the Mac DeMarco show, which is a thing I did not expect to do. I had a really great time at a Mac DeMarco show, because as much as his crowds are like the worst, and I was like choking in cigarette smoke most of the time, like the people in my immediate, I found a spot where like no one around me was being an asshole, and then so I was able to just like focus on the band. And Mac DeMarco is fantastic live. Like, he's very, very, very fun and enthusiastic, and like he can really play guitar and put on a show in a way that I was very impressed with. Mac DeMarco was good as well. And yeah, that's basically my FYF recap.
All right. I mean, yeah, FYF is like, I would say like number 2 on my festivals that I go to outside of Pitchfork. FYF and now Panorama, I guess, because Panorama apparently had like just like from what like Sabrina and AJ and Tim from AJ obviously from the podcast, and Sabrina and Tim from Indieheads Twitter or the group team. Yeah. Like, it seemed like, oh wow, there's like a lot of really good stuff. And also at Panorama, there was a Pinegrove signing, and somehow Pitchfork didn't book a Pinegrove signing at
because they're fools.
I don't get it, but AJ. But by the way, quick update. Which I don't think you guys did you guys discuss on the podcast my stuffed cardinal? Because I
don't know if that got mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna mention it now.
I don't think we did.
Well, here we go. So during Pinegrove set on Sunday, I brought a stuffed cardinal that I had packed in my backpack for like two months in advance, so I would not forget it. And so I had the cardinal out the entire time, And the plan was, at some point during the set, I was going to throw the Cardinal at Evan and just give it to him, pretty much. I would hope that he'd come up to me and get it, but I realized, okay, that's not going to happen, so I have to take affirmative action. And with the encouragement from Will and AJ and Jake and Natalie from the subreddit, at the end of New Friends, the final song of the set, I threw the stuffed cardinal at Evan. He picked it up, and he caressed it on his shoulder, and that is the greatest moment of my entire life. Life has peaked at this point. All right, clout, all-time high at this point. And AJ actually asked about how the little cardinal was doing, and it's at Evan's house where they're recording the new album. So,
wow.
So it could very reasonably be in one of the next tour videos that they do on their YouTube channel. It is very reasonable that my cardinal will make a special appearance.
Maybe it'll be on the next album.
That is true. If Little Mac, I think that's what the name is on the tag, gets a little credit on the album, the Indieheads Podcast will have officially amassed more clout than the average podcast. Also, who
was it you that made that tweet? Because
me? No, it wasn't me.
Who did that?
It was probably AJ or it was either AJ or Will. It's gotta be. Oh, and also, okay, final piece of news. I was actually, I don't know who's writing this down, but
I just added that to the thing, just to mention real quick. On Instagram today, Blood Orange announced that he's currently working on LP4, which is good. That's good that he's already going right back to the grindstone on that, because I really love Freaktown Sound, and I'm very excited to see what he does next. I'm always here for new Dev Hines.
Oh yeah, it was a bit of a shrinker for me, but still, Freetown Sound when it's good, it's fucking
when it's boolin'. There are not many better things than like a good ass Blood Orange song, and I think that album also. I'm glad that he's getting right back to the grindstone, because I feel like he's got even more buzz now after that than he kind of did before. And one thing that he is great at is collaborating, and I would love to see him with like an even higher like some even more promising like feature kind of guests. Like I'm really hoping he can like get some like maybe Solange on there or something like that. Like I'm really hoping to see something wild with this next album.
Yeah, I got it. His set at Pitchfork was like top 5 for me last year. Oh, what's going on, Alex? Yet?
I think I like Smash Mouth now.
Smash Mouth?
I'm sorry, I haven't stopped thinking about this at any point in time. Like, I've just been thinking about this since I made the realization after you guys talked about it. And I'm really blown away. I'm really, like, my worldview has changed.
The world is changing.
Let's move on to our main topic.
Main topic.
Main topic time.
We are finally doing it again after I don't know. The last time we did this was probably like last summer, last fall.
I think it was last year. Yeah, I think Love on the Brain was on the list.
That might have been like earlier this year. Anyways, we're doing another Billboard Top 10 episode, going over the current Billboard Top 10. This is the list as of July 30th. So by the time this episode goes up, this should still be the current Top 10, but it'll change on Tuesday. But I mean, with like after studying the charts for because I watch, which by the way, shouts out to Spectrum Pulse and the Billboard Breakdown series, which is a great series. The top 10 should not change that much in between this episode, so maybe 1 or 2 songs will get knocked off or added. But anyways, the top 10, coming in at number 10, Charlie Puth with Attention. And I have some thoughts on the song, but I'm gonna let the panel go at this one first. Which, Lizzy, what do you think of Charlie Puth's Attention?
What I thought of, okay, well, also relatable, because the entire song he just sings about how he just wants attention. And I was like, you know what? Same here. Like,
I think it's the other way around. Or, well, it's there's layers to it.
Definitely. Doesn't he say? Wait a second, I need to look up the lyrics again.
It's like, you just want attention, got it from the start.
Right, okay. What I meant to say was relatable, because he's singing about this girl who just wants attention. And I was like, you know what? I kind of relate to the song. I think it's I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Charlie Puth, to be completely honest. I think he is a bit of an industry plant. And I think he's just sort of, I don't know. I've just never been a huge fan of him, but I haven't really gone out of my way to listen to him directly. But now that I'm looking up these lyrics, they seem pretty... He's talking about how this girl just wants attention and she doesn't want his heart, but she hates the thought of him, being with someone new. So it's like, been there, right? Like you... I don't know. I thought it was a decent song. I thought it was like kind of a bop, but also like, I don't know, it just sounded kind of like a generic pop song to me. I haven't heard the song before listening to it after seeing it on the billboards or on here, on the billboards. Like they post one every day, like a big billboard. Like, hey, no, but I hadn't listened to it beforehand, so I don't know. Maybe it's just not big in Canada, but I don't know. But I thought it was a decent song. I thought he has a pretty voice. I'll give him that. But this is the only one. This is like the only one out of the top 10 list besides the Sam Hunt song that I was kind of like, this isn't. And the Imagine Dragons song. Sorry to spoil. Spoiler alert. I didn't really like the Imagine Dragons song.
We're officially premiering the Billboard Top 10. Billboard they emailed us and they said, hey, we'll exclusively premiere our next Top 10 on the Indieheads podcast. After our statement,
we have the most powerful servers.
We have the most powerful servers. We have the most powerful clout. Okay, they could have come to Chapo Trap House, but they said no. We gotta go straight to Indieheads podcast because that's where all the clout lies. But anyways, I want to talk about. You guys should go first because I have a lot to say.
Just go off, Matty.
Okay,
just go off.
Okay,
it's smooth.
Okay, I love this song a lot. I love it so much. It's possibly my favorite hit song of 2017 so far.
Really?
It is really good. I love it. It is pop perfection. And this is so weird to say because I fucking hate Charlie Puth. Charlie Puth, like as you said, is basically an industry plant. I did not... Which, sorry AJ, but See You Again is really bad, and it's
horrible.
It's a bad song, and anything else of her from Charlie Puth is bad because he's always come off as a weak songwriter who relied on retro, like 50s 60s pop, but like with very like modern, clean but sterile production, and also might as well have desecrated on Marvin Gaye's grave with that song he made with Meghan Trainor, which is one of the worst pop songs of the last decade. But the man, Charlie Puth, he somehow pulled it off on the song because he said, fuck the 50s, 60s doo-wop shit. We're done with that. Let's go straight into like 70s, 80s, like funk, like chic Nile Rodgers shit, alright? The bass line on the song is impeccable. The bass line is so good. And the funny thing is that it's not like an actual bass playing. It's like Pro Tools or some shit. And it sounds great. The guitar sounds great. And basically it was him like playing the guitars with his keys. Like he would record the notes separately and then play them on his keys. Which, by the way, should I mention, the song is entirely written and produced by Charlie Puth himself. Which you go, well, it's not a big deal, but for a Billboard Top 10 hit, that's a pretty big deal to write and record the song entirely by yourself. So, but yeah, the song, the chorus is really good. There's so many good moments in the song. Of course, his voice sounds great on this because his voice just sounds much better over this type of music than what he was doing before. Like these like stupid sappy piano ballads, fuck that shit. Or like sterile. No, the song doesn't sound sterile. It's very like nice and smooth and good. The chorus is great. The lyrics, they're a little catty, but like it's pop music. I'll take catty, all right? Because I can relate to being petty. I can relate to being catty, all right? There's a bit of a self-awareness about it too. So it's not like he's just being. It's like he knows. There's layers, all right? Because he's calling this girl out, like, hey, you just want attention. You don't want my heart, but there's a bit of hypocrisy there because he knows that he's just the same in some ways. And I appreciate that. And also, there's like just a lot of really great moments, like like during the last pre-chorus or during like before like the last chorus, there's a moment where like he stops and you hear him breathing and he just goes straight into the chorus like with more like power and force, and it's so good. And the outro is great, and I love this song a lot. I love it, and I don't understand. I actually might listen to his album when it comes out. If his album is like this, it might be a really good pop album. So those are my thoughts. Alex and Jackson, you're sorry.
Damn, I wish I would have. I mean,
I'm okay.
When I listened to it, I was like, "Oh, this is just another generic pop song." But to be honest, it's the only song besides the Sam Hunt song. Sorry again to everyone for spoiling it. No, I mean sorry to the country fans of Cardinal by Pine Grove. My favorite country album. But haha. But I remember I was listening like that song, this song, and the Sam Hunt song were the only songs that I was kind of like, eh. Like, I didn't really have a huge opinion on them, so I was the wrong person to ask. But I really wish, I'm tempted to listen to it again because of that glowing review, Matty.
Yes, it's like I said, I think it improves on multiple listens, because every single time I've heard this on the radio, I just love it more and more. There's more that I discover about it that I really like. But I'm again. I give this this is. I mean, to spoil it, I already said it's my favorite hit song of 2017 so far, I think. But I really highly recommend this. Like take your preconceived notions about Charlie Puth behind you. Just go in fresh. Like, hey, this is not the Charlie Puth that you know, or at least I hope it isn't. But that's just me. But Alex, do you have any comments, or you're okay? You're okay.
No. It's smooth. I enjoy. That's it.
Personally, for me, like, I like this album because, you know, like, I didn't have this album, this song. It's pretty good. It's like very smooth, but, you know, like, sometimes when it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. But we've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. That the song is pretty good.
All right, but the next song on our list, which I don't think it's that much of a hot take to say that it's the worst song in the top 10, is.
So the thing with this song, and actually, Matty, you
the song. Say the name.
I've got.
Go get it, Alex.
All right.
Go.
All right.
Wait. Okay. So number 9, Sam Hunt, Body Like a Back Road. Alex, take
Body
it away.
Like a Back Road. The thing with this song is that it's literally just some dude. Like, it's the same as some dude posting on an internet forum that he has sex and is really good at it. Thanks. Also, like, what's up with like the chorus when there's like haze that are on every DJ Mustard song and like also like early trap?
Yeah.
Why are those there?
Like the complete opposite to the Charlie Puth song, which has layers of goodness. This has layers of badness. You discover on each listen something more you hate. Like, yeah, first and foremost, like, yeah, the haze in the chorus, like a DJ Mustard song. Why? Like I think, I don't know who said it. Like, some, I guess, like kind of old country singer was basically just like that country music has become like safe. Basically, it's turning into hip-hop, but for white people, pretty much. And this song being, like, the ultimate culmination of it, because it might as well be, like, an R&B song. Because the production is, like, it's produced like an R&B song. Except it has a southern accent and enough, like, twang to it, pretty much. But don't be mistaken, it's got all the hallmarks of, like, a really bad R&B pop song. And... hold on, let me pull up the lyrics real quick, because there's some.
It has the things that are bad about like two different genres. It's exactly. Like, this is why like arena country is not good, and this is why like some types of modern day R&B can get really bad as well. And it's like, how can we put both of the not good?
Oh God, I'm oh boy. Let me read some of these lyrics real quick for you guys. Got a girl from the south side, got braids in her hair. First time I seen her walk by, man, I about fell off my chair. How to get her number? It took me like 6 weeks. Now me and her go way back, like Cadillac seats.
Can I just say something? Listening to this song, I was like, oh my god, this guy, I could just you can just tell. I'm like, this guy's such a fucking asshole. And then there's a lyric where he's like, doing 15 and a 30, and I'm like, yep, this guy's confirmed asshole. Like, doing 15 miles in a 30-mile zone? Like, I fucking hate it when people do that. Like, why is this guy bragging about it? Like, oh yeah, I'm doing half the speed limit right now. Like, you fucking
I drive as slow as an 80-year-old with a handicap sign on their car. Isn't that cool?
The only good song about driving slow is "Drive Slow" by Kanye West.
This is true.
Because sometimes you need to park your brakes and drive slow, homie.
Oh god, I'm reading all these lyrics. They're so, the way she fit in the blue jeans. She don't need no belt, but I can turn them inside out. I don't need no help. Wait, oh. I
was just talking and realized I had muted myself.
Nice.
So the thing with the line about driving is that it's not literal. It's not supposed to be literal. It's him.
Oh, I see.
It's him saying he takes it slow.
Oh
no.
He's I think it's about given the old slow strokes.
In the year of our Lord and Savior, Michelle Zauner, for someone else to write a song about giving roadhead, it's a travesty, and Michelle Zauner should sue, even though this song came out before it.
There's not an allusion to roadhead in this song, Matty.
Well,
this is actually not to bring up R. Kelly twice. Not to bring up R. Kelly twice in one podcast, but this is very much the R. Kelly model of song, which is that you pick some kind of topic that can be used as an analogy for sex, and then you write a whole song of like vague like innuendos. So it's body like a back road. It's like driving is a thing, and I'm gonna string together a series of innuendos with driving related puns, and that's gonna be my song. R. Kelly has done this numbers of times with songs such as Sex Planet, in which he proceeds to sing an entire song about like making like Uranus jokes and like we're gonna go explore my galaxy and shit like that, like vague like innuendo puns related to a particular topic. There's also one called, I think, The Zoo, in which he talks about fucking like different kinds of animals. There's Number One, which is a song where he talks about fucking like it's making a hit record. Things like this. So this is just a country artist who's using the classic R. Kelly model of taking like a topic and being like, I'm gonna string together a series of unrelated like little two-liners about sex, but they're about this topic.
So the thing is that R. Kelly has recently proven that it is never a good time to get into R. Kelly, but like I've never seen Trapped in the Closet, and just everything that has been said on this podcast is making me want to watch it really badly.
Trapped in the Closet is straight up incredible. Just like I don't even know how to. I could
the
talk
fact
about,
that it
like,
exists. It's like when you're talking about the R. Kelly formula. It's the R. Kelly formula just taken up to top-notch levels. Like,
it's really
when you're talking about him like saying like just singing everything he does, that's exactly what Trapped in the Closet is. It's like he wrote like a really bad script for like a Hollywood movie, and like, well, no one wants to make this movie, so why don't I literally just sing it? So like,
yeah. And he plays multiple characters, and there's 33 episodes of it, like little short, like couple minute episodes, and like every single episode ends with a plot twist. Like every single one. Like every end of episode has a cliffhanger ending, even though they're like a couple minutes short, and there's so many of them. and like it immediately is like the very like basic premise at the beginning is like, okay, it's like he's with a girl, but then the guy comes home and he has to hide in the closet, and that's like, okay, I can see where that's going. But then he just escalates it immediately, and then escalates it and escalates it and escalates, and it just like by the end of all 33 parts, there's like 25 characters, like 4 of which are played by R. Kelly. It's really just go watch Trapped in the Closet, even though R. Kelly is bad.
Well,
I very well may. Also, though, R. Kelly ran a sex cult.
Yes. We should.
Yeah.
Let's get to something more wholesome, and obviously more wholesome than R. Kelly is Shawn Mendes coming in at number 8 with "There's Nothing Holding Me Back." And
should I take this one, Matty?
This is the most boring song I say on the top 10, but not in a bad way.
See, I thought that way, but
it's boring in that there's not much. There's nothing to say about it because here's.
I have a lot to say about this.
Okay,
I'll
let you guys go. I'll let you guys go because I don't really have much to say. It's the best Shawn Mendes song that I've heard, but that isn't really saying much because I just think he's generally very boring and occasionally really bad. And like, didn't we go on a rant about Treat Her Better and how horrible it was? Like on the last time we did this.
Song.
But yes, anyways, I'll let you guys go.
I felt that way. I thought it was boring, but I have recently decided that I like the Shawn Mendes Suburban White Boy Horny song. I
have decided to stand.
The thing is, like, I don't know, just the instrumentation, like the little like acoustic lick that's like that he plays during the chorus. It's just really like it's slick and it's very much like a you know his type of like friendly like likable singer-songwriter white boy brand. Like it's just very much like a take on EDM for that, and I kind of appreciate it. Like it sounds just like any like vocal sample or crazy synth noise that gets played in the middle of every EDM song, but it's like it's acoustic. I don't know, I like it.
I like this song too. I'll let Lizzy go next, but I like this song too. My only issue with this song is that I just wish, like, I think it would have been a better song if he had taken some of those, like, EDM pop elements out of it. If I hear another song in 2017 where there is unnecessarily a, like, chimey, jingly, like, tropical house, like, synth line just added into a song that doesn't need it, I'm gonna find Kygo and I'm gonna beat his ass because I hate the phrase. I hate tropical house because like actual house music that is actually tropical and fun is so good, and using the word tropical house to describe like the song you make when you turn on Ableton, and it's like, here's the demo of how to make Ableton, and someone was like, wow, I should make this song, this exact song, a music genre, is like, fuck you, Kygo, I hate you so much. But like this song is good. Like this song, like I think I was like, my first takeaway was like, wow, Shawn Mendes is doing a vocal melody that's like compelling, and he's kind of like, he's not just like, I get so tired of like whenever you hear those like these like very suburban singer-songwriter white boy Charlie Puth types, they're all like, they all sing vocally like the same way, like they all came out of like the same factory. And like to hear someone who's like Shawn Mendes started out that way, like when my sister was like 13 and was like really into Shawn Mendes and like went to go see him live 3 times or whatever. Like when he was in that early like YouTube era of his career, I was very like, this is just another one of those. And I think he's like kind of gracefully transitioning into being like an actual like pop artist, and I like this song a lot because it's like, well, okay, this dude is actually talented. That was my takeaway from this song. Like he has like a legitimately good voice, and he's starting to find like actual interesting things to do with it, and the guitar part on it is really nice. And I would have been okay with that. It's just I like the little beat it kind of has to it, and like the groove it has to it. But I just thought when I heard that like little chime, I was just like, tropical house, retire, bitch.
Oh my god, hang on. Sorry. Well, 2 things. One, to quote the great song by Dean Blunt, Merlin, off his 2014 mixtape, Skin Fade, the white man, I say to you over and over again about the tropical house thing, because those white people, they like to ruin everything. I know, because I'm a white person, and I've ruined podcasts forever for the past 2.5 years. But also, I'm reading the song credits on Genius. Do y'all remember Teddy Geiger?
What did he do?
Yeah, okay, I remember him. Okay, but Teddy Geiger, I'm reading the credits. Teddy Geiger's basically been like Shawn Mendes' like co-writer for like the past, like pretty much like since his like career began. and like I'm reading, like Teddy Geiger has like almost every credit on the song. Like he co-wrote the song, he was the co-engineer, he was the programmer, percussion, was co-guitar, drums, background vocals, bass guitar, keyboard. Like the man's is wilding out on. Oh yeah, For You I Will, Teddy Geiger. Hang on.
All right.
You will know Teddy Geiger.
But
we know.
So Lizzy wanted to lead on this one, and we all forced ourselves in like fucking, I don't know, like schoolboys trying to get some cake and
mansplaining the podcast.
Yeah.
It's okay. I, as a fellow Canadian, Shawn Mendes is from Ontario. I believe, where is he from in Ontario? It'll probably explain a lot. Oh, he's from London. Okay. That explains a lot. But I think, honestly, my roommate has played this album by Shawn Mendes in the car over and over and over again. And after a while, at first I was like, oh, more Shawn Mendes. But I didn't say that to her, of course. But I was like, oh, yeah, Shawn Mendes. And I actually started, this is definitely one of the key songs on the album. But this song is great. I love this song. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I think it's like, na, 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 baby, there's nothing holding me back. Like, it's fun and, like, out there, and it's, like, summer, and it's, like, it's great. However, before we started recording, I was looking at the lyrics to this song, and it's pretty fucked up. Like, here, I'll show you some of the lyrics. I'll read them out to you. And I do love this song, and I think it's one of the best songs on the top 10 right now. But listen to this, okay? He says, oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. Like, I don't know, not to be that person, but I feel like he's kind of like it's obviously, he's obviously in a horrible relationship. You know, like, someone's taking you to places that'll ruin your reputation. Like, where the fuck is she taking you, Shawn?
Manipulating my decisions is a very weird, like, it's like, oh, you're so fun, and, like, I love how nothing's holding me back, and you go crazy, and you take me to all these wild places, and then you manipulate me, like, emotionally. Like, it's like, that one came as a real left turn reading the lyrics. I'm like, that's a weird thing. Like, do you need help, Shawn Mendes? Are you okay?
Literally. He's like, oh, you know, like, we're going to all these. That's so funny. And then you manipulate my decisions. Like, what kind of decisions? Like, what?
I love the idea of him, like mid-chorus of a pop song, like, oh, we're having a good time. My girlfriend's gaslighting me. Nothing's holding me back.
Hang on, guys. This is, like, literally bit, like... Shawn Mendes, like... I think he's got, like, issues with women. I think he's got some, like, real issues with women. Not just, like, oh, like, women are causing him troubles. It's just more of, like, I think he's got, like, a messed up view of, like, women. Like, yeah, treat her better, which is, like, oh, it's a loaded song about how the friend zone is real and how you would be much better with me. And then this one's, like, this girl's treating me, I don't know.
Honestly, the only song...
it's fucking nice out. Just try to chill and smoke some loud, you feel me?
Oh my god!
Alright, I think, unless, Lizzy, do you have anything more to say on this one?
What I was gonna say was, it's fucking nice out. I'm just trying to chill, it's so loud. No, I think the better alternative to Treat Her Better is the song by another Canadian singer-songwriter, indie artist named Mac DeMarco. Thank you.
Yes. Number 7 on the list, which actually I said that Same Hunt was the worst song, but actually I'm going to refute that. For number 7, Imagine Dragons' Believer, I'm going to refute what I said about Same Hunt and say that this is probably the worst song on the top 10.
This is not.
I have to agree with you. Yeah, this song is
like
trash.
It sure sounds like an Imagine Dragons song, doesn't it? Though.
Yes.
Those sure are Imagine Dragons lyrics.
Yes.
It definitely sounds like an Imagine Dragons song, but also, like, I mean, Imagine Dragons have, like, never been, like, super good, but like this is like in a weird way, it's like this is exactly what I've come to expect, but also I very much feel like just like air has just been let out of the balloon in a way that this is just like such like the very beginning of the song starts with these drums that are supposed to be like, look how edgy and interesting this is, and then just immediately just descends into exactly what you would expect an Imagine Dragons song to sound like. And I don't know, it's really not good. I don't have a lot to say about it. It feels like it's deliberately trying to get me to lose my attention on this song. Like it's like, pay attention to something else right now.
Yeah, it is. God, this song it combines the worst things about Imagine Dragons into one song. Like each song I've heard from them, there's something bad in it. But this combines everything that sucks about them. For one, everything about the band is just way too over the top, but completely fucking empty. Like, you got the lead singer, who, by the way, is a Mormon, which that should not shock anybody. He's singing his guts out, like, really getting real loud, and as we all know, I am a huge Death Grip stan, and MC Rag gets real loud, but there's conviction behind it. There's not an emptiness behind it. There's some real feeling and conviction, even if he's talking about, like, getting his dick sucked in a car. There's some conviction in it. This has nothing.
I got the nasty in my taxi. You need a lift. You can sit between the backseat and my dick.
Thank you. That was beautiful. But this song is it is so empty, and the production. Which did Alex the Kid produce this? I'm gonna check real quick because he probably did. Because Alex the Kid, which by the way, Alex the Kid. When we talk, if we're ever gonna have like conversations about like who's the worst producer like working in music today, it's gotta be Alex the Kid. Like Alex the Kid, I don't sing. Well, here's the thing, Eminem. Like, there's a lot of elements about like how Eminem became bad, like post like Eminem show. But Alex the Kid would be top 10 in that list of like here is like the top 10 reasons why Eminem is bad now. But Alex the Kid did not produce this, but his influence still lies. But yeah, this is so bad. It's the production. It's so overproduced. It's so loud and annoying. Like when old people, when they go, oh, the kids and their music nowadays, and it's so loud now. Like when you talk about like the war on sound or whatever the fuck they're calling it, like talking about production techniques. This is like the ultimate culmination in that. And that it is loud and boisterous for the sake, like, Also, the song is movie trailer music. This is so obviously tailor-made for, like, movie trailers. It's like, you gotta put this in the blockbusters, alright? Like, it is, like... I've discussed time and time again how, like, alternative music, like, mainstream alternative on the charts is, like, really bad. Because, like, it sounds like almost every other song sounds like it was made to be in a commercial. But this is, like... They're not making any heads or tails about this. Like, yeah, we made this so it could get in commercials for cars and blockbuster movies. Like, so obvious. But, I hate it. Does anyone else have anything to say?
I thought it was very bad and not good. Thank you.
All right, number 6, Alex. You want to take this one?
So number 6 is, of course, Ed Sheeran's "Shape of You." And on the last podcast we did, the last Billboard Top 10, I ranted about this song for a very long time. I hate it. It is very bad, disgusting, and none of that has changed for me. So instead of talking about this song, could we instead discuss Ed Sheeran's ghoulish stare? Without any... Whip out any picture of Ed Sheeran and look right into his eyes. Like, ignore his awkward, like, hey ladies, I'm just a nice guy smile. Just look straight into his eyes. Something isn't right there. Like, those eyes are a shallow veil to the atrocities within. And the conclusion that I've made is that Ed Sheeran has murdered someone, probably by accident, and is being eaten away on the inside because of it. Every moment, he inches one step closer to a public breakdown, and like each second is just one more test that he isn't sure he can take.
The thumbnail for this podcast on YouTube definitely has to be the picture of Ed Sheeran in which he is like doing like a fan meet and greet on the day his album came out, but he's like wearing the t-shirt of his album, and there was like the Twitter post like, why does Ed Sheeran look like he's in queue to meet himself? Like he looks like the #1 Ed Sheeran fan.
Also,
and, like in that picture, that is the best example I can think of his eyes looking just like dead as hell. It's so, you're exactly right, Alex.
I was
very disturbing.
See, I was thinking of maybe using the thumbnail being the picture of him in the car shirtless with a cowboy hat on.
That's also really good.
But I think I'll go with your choice for the thumbnail, because I think that perfectly culminates. But yeah, I think I swear this was on the last episode. This was on the last Billboard Top 10 that we did. It had to have been. If not, let's reiterate. This is a bad song.
Yeah, no, it was on the Billboard Top 10 the last time we did this podcast. It was I complained for a very long time. It's really misogynistic, just front to back, and like
it's so clumsy. It's
I don't like it. Yeah, it's really clumsy. It's poorly written. Like there isn't anything interesting about it. It's just bad.
Yeah,
oh god, like. Yeah, there's like, again, the way he says, let's see, I'm trying to okay, so yeah, like verse 2, so one weekend we let the story begin, we're going out on our first date, like it's such a clumsy line, and also I'm trying to figure out like, because this song apparently was written for like Rihanna, or like that whenever he was initially writing it, he was writing it for Rihanna, and I'm trying to figure out like, how
Rihanna was just like, just like, pass, I'm gonna go make Wild Thoughts. Thank you very much.
God, this is we discussed this last time. It's real bad. It's real bad. It's real clumsy. Ed Sheeran, he needs to like, he needs to like just go away again. Like before this album, before he started working on it, he apparently like just like went away for like a year, just like traveling around the world. Ed, can you do that for?
Do it again.
Do it again, but like increase the amount of time from 1 year by like how old is Ed Sheeran gonna be before he dies? Probably like what's the death pool for Ed Sheeran?
This is not a fun
Times
conversation.
60. So take a.
This is not good content. Like, when is Ed Sheeran gonna die? Like, no one's in their car on the way to work. Like, oh boy, this is getting good.
I say we move on to "Unforgettable" by
Can I take
by French Montana and Sway Lee. I do have one thing to say about it, and that is that Wait, sorry, Jackson. Did you want to start?
Go ahead.
I've just got like a quick thing.
Go ahead real quick.
The only part of this song that excited me when I first listened to it was when Sway Lee says that he ate enough gumbo for 24 men. But a quick review of the lyrics afterwards showed me that, in fact, life is boring, and Sway Lee had enough convo for 24 hours. I don't really like this song.
I have I think Jackson and I will very much disagree, and hopefully, Lizzy, do you disagree?
This is the best song on the top 10.
Ooh.
I would go ahead and say it's probably my favorite on the top 10. So first of all, I generally, although I think it can be executed very poorly, as we've seen from like everyone trying to cough Ed Sheeran trying to do like fake dance hall. And I on one hand agree with the people who are like, the fake dance hall is like a really overrated trend, and like not so many people should be trying to do this exact thing, because it doesn't really work on everyone, and it's like way overrated right now. But then also I like get really tired of the people who are like, that's not dance hall. You want to hear some real dance hall? And then we'll like suggest, like, I've been meaning to get more into like real dance hall and dub and reggae and stuff like that. That's like a musical like area in which I am definitely not an expert, and I've like started to get into a little. I was like reading like that the Pitchfork did like the top 50 dance hall songs all time. I remember I was like listening to a lot of stuff on that like playlist, and it was really cool. And like it's definitely like it's one of the most like unique kind of universes of music that is very rich. But like the the trend is not dancehall. It's a specific style of pop music that has flavorings of dancehall, and I think that is its own thing that can be good in its own way. And I like this song because, god damn it, Sway Lee can fucking sing. Like, what in the world is his falsetto, and how does it sound so good on this song? Like, this chorus, I mean, I've gotten a little tired of it because it gets played, like, all the time. And also, every time I listen to this song, I can't help but think about that one Twitter video of that couple that's, like, in Bora Bora or something, and they're like, walking around the room. Like, have you seen the video where it's, like, he's got, like, the Supreme, like, money machine, and, like, they're wearing, like, the clout goggles, and it's just, like, the worst video in the whole world, and like the whole time they're listening to Unforgettable, and those two like things are tied in my mind now in a way that I don't like. But this song is good. This song is very good, and the beat to it is like very, very danceable and fun, and Sway Lee sings really well on it, and the French Montana verse is like pretty good considering the range of French Montana is very wide in terms of what you're gonna get, and he definitely doesn't like bring the song down on here. It's definitely Sway Lee's song more than it's French Montana's, which is the whole problem with French Montana's album, but I don't need to get into that at all. But yeah, this is a good song. I like it a lot. It's fun to dance to.
Lizzy, I'll let you go at it.
All right, here I go. Since Jackson was talking about dancehall, yesterday I was at my neighborhood, the neighborhood that I live in Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, Canada, not Vancouver, Washington. Please don't ever say that I live in Vancouver, Washington. In Vancouver, Canada. Is that yesterday there was my entire neighborhood basically like there wasn't any cars and everything was all blocked off, and it was Caribbean Day. And there was like local reggae artists and everything. It was so cool. I had a bunch of jerk chicken. It was amazing. And I felt so uncultured because my roommate is Jamaican. She's half Jamaican. And they kept doing like the air horn, like wham, wham, wham. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. Like they're doing the air horn, like from rap songs. And she was like, you realize that's part of like reggae, and that Drake and all those like people that have just started incorporating them into their songs, that's like huge in Jamaica. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's so cool, and I didn't know that. I would have just been like, oh, that's funny. They added an air horn to it, But apparently that's like a huge thing in Jamaica and Jamaican music. Anyway, this song is amazing. I love the album cover. It's actually, as I read earlier, that it's French Montana's parents. It's their wedding in Africa, which is really cool. And I think this is great. I think this is one of the best songs, one of the best, like top 40 songs of the summer. It's definitely like Sway Lee can do no wrong. I love him. I love Ray Shremmerd. I even loved Shrum Life 2, which was kind of, I remember mentioning that on the podcast like a year ago, how much I loved Shrum Life 2. I'm a huge Sway Lee fan, and Slim Jimmy, of course, can't forget him. But
Slim Jimmy's underrated as hell.
Oh, I agreed, 100%. And Jackson, that boy can fucking sing. He's great. When I first heard that, I was like, that's Sway Lee? Like, amazing. I mean, I know we've all heard Swang, so it's not really a shock that he's a good singer, but I think this is a great song. I think this is my favorite song in the top 10. But yeah.
The music video for Swang was recorded at the golf course that's like right next to my house, which is a fun fact.
Ooh, that's the funnest of facts. Great fact.
I have to agree.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
I really do. I like the song a lot, but like I said, like French Montana is a non-presence on the song. Like he is passable.
Completely.
He's passable. It's like he doesn't ruin the song. All right, but like the only time that I've really enjoyed a French Montana verse is very obviously. I think everyone on
Work
the panel.
Remix.
Yes, thank you, Jackson. Work Remix by A$AP Ferg.
The best verse on that song. One of my favorite rap verses of all time. She got a fat ass, you could park 10 Tahoes on it.
So good.
I'm drinking lean.
It helped me sleep.
It helped me sleep.
Illuminati. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyways, I really do like the song. And yeah, when does I'm gonna piss off some listeners, but like when Young Thug was talking about Beautiful Thugger Girls being his singing album, fuck that. I want a Sway Lee singing album. When's that gonna happen? Like, because he sounds good on this song. Like, he sounds legitimately really good. I'm not sure what, like, of course his falsetto is good, and like whatever vocal effects they're putting on there, because it sounds like kind of lo-fi-ish the way like his vocals are recorded. It's really interesting. Like, it sounds I don't really get that, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain it. Like if you listening to French Montana's verse and like Sway Lee's chorus, like there's a difference in vocals and how they're recorded and like produced.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And like there's a bit of like an airiness to Sway Lee's chorus, like a bit more of a bit more reverb on there than like French Montana. But anyways, yeah, the song is really good. The beat is incredible, and Sway Lee's just like so good and needs to be everywhere. Like just Sway Lee needs to be, you know, not he just needs to be. Like,
Sway Lee needs to get the feature looks that, I mean, not to say like I love that Quavo is on every single song. I love that like before you can finish making a song, Quavo just like stops you at the door and is like, hold on, I'm on this song now. I love that trend in music, but like I would love if Sway Lee started getting that kind of a look where it just like everyone should have a little Sway Lee on a song. As well as Slim Jimmy. He's also great. I love Slim Jimmy.
Slim Jimmy is so good. I mean, like I said, I think Shrimp Life was like top 15 for me in 2015, and I still stand by that.
That album's amazing.
It's a fucking good album.
Really
I wasn't that into Shrimp Life 2 as much. I think Shrimp Life 2 is fine, but like it's slightly darker, and sometimes that works. Like Black Beatles is like possibly the best song they've ever done. But Shrimp Life's a classic. I'm excited for Sway Lee because I think he is making a solo album eventually. So I'm excited to hear it because what was the song? What was like the first single for Shrimp Life 2 that Sway Lee?
It was By Chance, I think.
No, hang on. Let me look it up real quick.
I think it might have been Start a Party, because when I was at Pemberton, they played Start a Party before Shrimp Life 2 came out.
No. It was Look Alive. Yeah, Look Alive.
Oh, right. And then Migos made a remix of it, which is pretty good, actually.
It was Start a Party was the song that they were teasing in their live shows before the album came out, because like they were like, this is going to be the most fun song to start a set with. Start a Party is incredible. That's a great song. But yeah, like they were like doing that as like their opener before Shrimp Life 2 came out, and it was like wild because you go to the show and like you've heard the couple singles that have come out, but you haven't heard this song, and the way that song starts is like, what is going on? And then when Slim Jim comes in like, woke up bitches in the lobby, your brain explodes.
Busted open like pinata. So great.
Slim Jimmy's got quotables for days. Big Watch on Me Feel Like Ben 10 is a real thing that he rapped. I love Sway Lee. Anyways, I think that covers Unforgettable pretty well.
Unless Alex had any more thoughts, because he's the only one who hates it.
He doesn't hate it. I think he's just Alex. He probably muted.
Alex, very even mild on it, and like kind of I don't know. Like I was leaning more towards than all right. So I don't have anything to say.
Okay, number four on the list. Our first appearance from DJ Khaled. So DJ Khaled featuring Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Lil Wayne with I'm the One. And I don't have much to say. It's a nice, cute little song. A little annoying. Kind of is not. It's a bit of a shrinker. It's like good the first time, but like really wears on you pretty quick. But still, nice, cute little song. It's cool. Justin Bieber, as problematic as he is, the hook is real good because Bieber's good. But
I'm still not sold on Justin Bieber, honestly. I'm not like being like Justin Bieber, like, you know, everyone was in middle school, but just like I'm just not sold.
Yeah, I really don't like this song, like, at all. And not in, like, it doesn't be, like, first of all, I feel like this is, like, a really great example of the problem with the big rap song with all the features, is you can just, like, none of these artists were in the same like state when they recorded their vocals together, where it's just like, oh, now I'm gonna come in and do my thing, and then listen to DJ Khaled, and I'm gonna come in and do my thing, and then the beat is like very stale, where like on the first listen I was like, what is there to latch onto here? And I just really don't like the hook at all. I can go for a Justin Bieber every once in a while. Sorry by Justin Bieber is indeed in stores now. Go cop that. But I don't like his hook on here. I think he constantly is like riding that very thin line between like legitimately good pop artists and legitimately really bad generic pop artists, depending on like how much he cares about a particular song, or how much he's like busy crashing his car outside of his church or whatever things he's up to these days, or like being very racist while singing a song we're going to talk about later. But yeah, like I don't know, and like all of the guest features, like I've heard infinitely better verses from every rapper that's on this song. So yeah, as a whole, this is like actually one of my least favorites. I have a surprisingly like anti opinion of this song for something that's it is intentionally very like low key, kind of just like, we're having a fun time here. There's like it's meant to be very pleasing on the ears, but it just kind of bothers me in a way.
Yeah, I got Lizzy. You got any thoughts on I'm the One?
Yeah, I actually like this song. It's it's good to listen to. It's just fun, and it's like mindless. You can enjoy it. I think Justin Bieber did a great job on it, and it's actually I think this song was Chance the Rapper's first top 10 spot, or for top 50 or something like that. So that was
this song was number one.
So yeah, this song was number one. Yeah, exactly, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys listened to this album, but
I did not hear like. Yeah, for the DJ Khaled album, it's like the songs that I'm meant to hear on this, I assume are gonna work their way to me, and I know I'm gonna hear a couple songs on there that are gonna make me actively regret listening to it as an album, and so I'm just like you internet, tell me what DJ Khaled songs I need to listen to off this album just by them becoming popular, and I'll listen to those, and the rest I'm good.
I thought he had this song where he's just basically saying like, I love you so much, I love you, over and over again to his song, which is pretty cute. But Shining by Beyonce and Jay-Z was really good as well thought, yes. Rihanna and Bryson Tiller. But he actually had a song feat Drake called To The Max. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was supposed to be on this album, but he had it on Spotify for a while, but it got taken off because it got taken off the album. And DJ Khaled.
It's the third song on there.
Oh.
Wild Thoughts? No, I'm talking about a different one.
No, the one with Drake.
To the Max is To The Max with Drake is the third song on the album. After I'm So Grateful, then Shining, and then To The Max. Right now, maybe it's off Spotify Canada or something, but like it's on here right here.
Oh, interesting. Well, I didn't know that it was on there. It's not on Spotify in Canada, because he sampled something in the background that he wasn't supposed to sample that he didn't have the rights to, is what I read about. But maybe, I guess it's on there. But it's a really good song. Actually, a good album, to be honest, if you like mindless listening and DJ Khaled. And yeah, but yeah, I like the song. The song's good. I love Assad. Assad is the cutest boy in the world.
Assad fan account. I think it's funny how DJ... Go ahead.
No, Jackson, you go.
I was just going to say it's funny how like DJ Khaled is basically like an agent more than he is a producer. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna make these songs happen. Like I am friends with all of these artists, and like I am going to get them all on a track, and I'm going to like curate basically what my album is, and like it's just I actually kind of admire him in a way where it's like kind of in the way where you're like looking at someone like DJ Khaled or like Trump. It's like, wow. Like someone who has so little like talent at the thing he's doing, just like kind of hustling his way into becoming like an important person is kind of like it's almost just like this is cool that like, I mean, because like he was like a radio DJ and like in Miami and was just like hustling his ass off. He was like, he basically came from nothing, and then like for some reason just is like, I don't know how he got into the lane he is, but like he just like figured out like, I know all these producers and I know all these rappers and I'm gonna get them on a hit song together and then put it out into the world. And that is something that he's pretty damn good at, despite not being like an actual like producer or doesn't really DJ anymore.
Yeah.
Hang on, breaking news. I'm on Twitter right now. Apparently,
is it about Perfume Genius and Smash Mouth? Because otherwise, I do not acknowledge.
No, it is about getting into non-indie. Chris Christie. I'm watching a video of him. He got in like during a Cubs and Brewers game, got in the face of like a fan while holding nachos. With, of course,
I saw this.
The classic Chris Christie look of where his pants are pulled up way too high. Like it's like a kid at indie show, you know.
At one point, when Lizzy was talking, I started snickering and then muted myself, and it was because I saw a tweet about that, and it was the tweet was Chris Christie's waistline has crossed the "Oh brother, where art thou" threshold.
Oh boy, But speaking of Chris Christie's waistline, number 3, Bruno Mars. That's what I like.
What?
This is my favorite song on the list.
It's like number 3, but that is a take that I can fully support because it's a very good song.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much as 22 Karat Magic, but still, it's a very good song. It's a very good song.
Yeah. Bruno in like the past 2 years has just been a charisma machine. Like, obviously he's always been a really conventionally likable figure in pop music, but the new album just turns it up to 11, and like in general is just a fantastic collection of pop songs.
I would say he's been on this path probably since like 2013, 2014, pretty much since like Locked Out of Heaven. He's been on the he's actually like gonna stop writing these like really bad like kind of ballady type songs and like just go straight into, let me just rip off like every artist from the 80s and 70s into like one blender and just do it really well. Because like Locked Out of Heaven's it's a Police song. Like it sounds just like a Police song, but it's good.
Yeah.
And then like 22 Karat Magic is like basically early 80s R&B pretty much. I don't or like who's he trying to rip off? I don't know. Whatever. Bruno Mars is good, and this song is good. It's got that. It's got those nice that trap influence beats on there.
The beat is actually like works really stunningly well with him because like I don't know, it's really staccatoed and it helps his lines pop and like just really adds to the fun. Sorry, Jackson, did you want to?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh man, I totally lost my train of thought there for a second. Okay, yeah, Bruno Mars, I like when I definitely love the way that he's just like, he's officially music's like, hey, this thing is good, I'm going to do it with charisma and inspired. Like when he did like the Prince tribute, and we've talked about this in the podcast before, he's just like, he's very musically talented and he can kind of like take something that's good and really like make it hit, like, and make it like a hit again and like give it like a lot of like young, new like energy and life in a way that is very, and this song, like I had not really like dug into the album that much. But then like when he did this song at, what was the award show he did this one at?
Probably the Grammys, maybe.
I think it was the Grammys, yeah, because I don't think I have watched a music award show that wasn't the Grammys this year, so that was probably the one. But yeah, he did the Grammys, and it was like really, really dope. And he did it with like two like backup singer dancers, and they all had matching outfits, and it was like, goddamn, this is ripping. Was talking about strawberries and champagne, and I'm like, I'm about this. The only thing I will like be anti Bruno Mars on is when he actually steals. There's a difference between like, I'm gonna rip off an aesthetic and like a musical idea versus like on Treasure where he straight up jacked the melody from that one Breakbot song. Breakbot is very good, and if you listen to what's the name of the song? It's Baby I'm Yours featuring Urfane by Breakbot. If you listen to that song and you listen to Treasure, it's like, wow, this is the same exact melody. Like you didn't even like, it's the meme where it's like you copy off someone but you forget to change something. It's like that. It's true. The balls on it are like very remarkable. And so I'm not about like straight up stealing music, but like in terms of like taking inspiration from artists and eras and like repurposing them, I'm all about that, Bruno Mars. And this is a good example of that.
Lizzy, thoughts on That's What I Like?
Yeah, I really liked That's What I Like as well. I think Bruno Mars is incredibly talented. And I agree. I think was it Alex that said that the beat really works with his voice?
Yeah.
And just the way that it's just very Bruno. Quintessentially Bruno. And I think it's a really good song. I do like 24 Karat Magic more, but I still think this song is really great. And I think he's just been cranking out hits. And, you know,
I
shout
can't
out
hear the
Bruno
word
Mars.
cranking anymore without thinking
Hog
the
cranking.
phrase cranking my hog. What was it? Was it Andrew that once tweeted like shit, I don't know. It was something like I don't know. I can't remember. It was something about cranking his hog. It was probably.
It was Andrew. I remember the tweet.
Yeah, that's a good tweet.
Anyways, that's what I like. That's what I like. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two.
Nice.
Number two. DJ Khaled. He's back. He's back again. He's back on his bullshit with a song featuring Rihanna and Bryson Tiller called Wild Thoughts. That came in at number 2.
This is what I imagine a 2017 version of Smooth by Santana featuring Thomas could sound like.
Fuck. You're right. Oh God, you're right. Oh God.
I'm not wrong.
Oh God,
it's
God.
Like it's totally enjoyable.
I think they're legit. I think that's like the guitar is a Santana sample too. Oh God.
I believe that.
Oh God, you're right. But this is okay. This is a good song up until Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Like Rihanna sounds amazing. Like Rihanna, like I've had very mixed thoughts on Rihanna, like pretty much like since the beginning of her career. But like she sounds good over this. Like this is her element. Like very sexy and very like okay. Like Rihanna, like awesome, great. And then Bryson Tiller comes in and. Like, he's so bad. He's so bad. Like, he's such a terrible, like, just
and
so
didn't
bad.
On the song sonically, like even if you are a Bryson Tiller head and like that's your jam, you love you some Don't or whatever. Like I think everyone can agree that like a very like Latin kind of funky Rihanna type beat with that guitar solo is like what is like the antithesis of generic R&B doing on this kind of a song.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh no, go Matty.
I was gonna say like I think they wanted to get Drake on this song. Like, I bet that they were trying to get Drake on this song, but they couldn't pull it off. So they just got like Bryson Tiller. But what were you gonna say, Lizzy?
I was gonna say that they did sample Santana in this song. It's a song called Maria Maria by Santana. And also, Santana co-signed this song. And he said that Wild Thoughts is timeless.
Ooh.
Damn.
Thank you.
Well,
just like Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
Matchbox 20.
I wish I was listening to Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas instead of being on this podcast right now. Anyways, Bryson Tiller, I'm gonna read some lyrics. I'm gonna read these lyrics because they're really bad. Okay, so fuck you till you're burned out. Cremation. Making cream, yeah. Wu-Tang. Like he's legit. Like it's legit hashtag rap. Like make it cream, yeah. Wu-Tang. Throw that ass back, bouquet. I can tell you.
I too have listened to that one. What's the name of the song? I too have listened to Forever by Drake.
No,
and
no,
I too.
Wait, is it no? Yeah, well, it was Young Money, like Wayne and or Bedrock. Bedrock is the worst offender of hashtag rap. Like, because it has that one line by the famous Goodda Goodda that, and I got her.
Grocery bag.
Ooh. Oh, here's some more. Okay, now that pipe got her running like Usain, baby. You made me draw on it. Touche, baby. I'm carrying that water. Bobby Boucher, baby. You know I'm a slaughter like... Oh, God, this is so bad. Bryson Tiller, retire, bitch. Like, he's so bad. Why is it... God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm not being articulate, but he's just
yeah, it's not
bad.
Good.
He a song.
A while ago, in high school, I was in this thing called Youth in Government, and like we had like our big like trip at the end of the year where we like all stay in hotels and we do like mock government stuff because I was a nerd. And like one thing that we did one year was I have a friend named Gabe who is a musician and like makes beats and stuff on his laptop, and actually just put out an album like last week. Is really fucking good. Anyways, unrelated plug. Anyways, we're for fun in the hotel room. We made a rap song. Like he made like a hard ass beat, and then we all like for fun would just like freestyle in his hotel room, and we like made a rap song that is no longer on the internet because we all took it down in order to like be hired for jobs and stuff. But I wrote like a rap verse, and I did like the Drake flow on Forever, where you do like the hashtag rap, where you do comma and then like, which by the way, the Lonely Island did an incredible parody of on that song Apostrophe. If any of you guys remember that song, or Semicolon is what it's called, Semicolon, where they like did an entire song of punchlines like that. But like the punchlines that I wrote on my rap song were like about as good as Bryson Tiller, who probably got paid a couple $100,000 to make this song, and that's not good. The general rule, if like 17-year-old Awful Jackson can write better as good rhymes as Make It Cream, yeah, Wu-Tang, retire Bryson Tiller, please.
Oh boy. Okay, sorry. Okay, breaking news once again. I don't know how someone must have known that I'm recording this podcast right now, and they sent me the unreleased, like an unreleased verse that he did, like the original, like I guess the original verse that Bryson Tiller did for this song that they ended up like like deciding like no, do something else. And it's just the lyrics. Didn't send me the audio. I think they said the audio is coming later. Which if I do get it, I will put it at the end of this podcast. But the lyrics they are as I state. It's it's fucking nice out. I'm just trying to chill. Smoke someone.
Oh,
Matty is inconsolable.
Hey, what's up? What
I got loud.
Oh my god!
Why is Matty in hysterics?
It's fucking nice out. Who trying to chill? Smoke some loud?
Is that literally it?
Yes. He pretended that he had like a unreleased Bryson Tiller verse, and then he proceeded to say who tried it. He did that, and then he just started hysterically laughing beyond the point of it.
Number one on the Billboard Hot 100 right now is Louis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee in a remix featuring Justin Bieber called Despacito. Okay, I'm literally there are tears literally streaming down my face right now.
This podcast is in shambles.
Someone take the reins, please.
I'll intro it. I don't have a whole lot to say about the song, but I'll just quick. Despacito. It's been like the number one song in the world for 27 weeks now. It's been on the chart, and I'm pretty sure it's been number one for every single one of those weeks, which is too many weeks, I would say. And I don't know, like it was like at the very onset, I was like, yes, like this is fun. I love a good like Hispanic influence, like kind of pop song from artists. I'm a big fan of some Shakira, get some Sean Paul going, like that kind of like sound, and that's what it immediately reminded me of. Like Daddy Yankee's on here, Gasoline is a great song. So like that was like I was like I'm here for another one of these, but I just never really the song I was here for it in concept a lot better than I was in like the actual song itself. And then I think adding Justin Bieber to it is not good because I don't think he fit the song to begin with. And then when you add in the whole controversy of him being super racist and not even knowing the words to it, and saying taco and burrito when he was drunk off his ass, not great. That doesn't help my enjoyment of the song for sure. And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like my experience with the song is wanting to like it a lot more than I ever have been able to.
Yeah, this song it's not good, but my take is that I like the Bieber remix a bit more than the original version, but both are not that good. And also, I decided, okay, I want to check the lyrics, like the English version of the lyrics, just because of, like, I think Todd in the Shadows did a video recently on this song, and was just talking about like how like super dirty the song is. But I'm reading the lyrics. They're not that dirty. They're pretty standard. But anyways, yeah, this song is. I wish it would go away because it's only number one because of like it cheated its way to number one. It broke the rules. Because I guess it's number one because I think they're counting both the original version and the remix version as like one song, and that's why it's been number one for like 12 weeks pretty much. But there's a good chance that there's a good chance that it might drop down this upcoming week, hopefully. But
I would enjoy that.
But yeah. Actually, hang on. I'm reading.
Shouts out to music for being just god awful.
I gotta agree. But
we don't like music here at the Indieheads Podcast.
No, we don't. I'm reading.
Honestly, shit.
I'm reading some of the English translated lyrics right now, and it's fun. I can't. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. It's fucking nice out.
All right.
But
Matt, yeah.
Any other thoughts about Despacito? Anyone got that loud for us?
I thought it was I don't really see why this song is number one right now, considering it's just okay. I do like when I like the Spanish part, but I just think it's Smooth feat Santana by Rob Thomas feat Santana or by Santana feat. Oh my god. I think it's an okay song. I don't see why it's number one. I get it though, sort of, because it's like a dancey fun, like white girls at the club can take shots of vodka and be like, oh, I can speak Spanish. But yeah, I think it's just okay, and I don't see why it's number one.
All right.
Wait, I'm actually... Oh, sorry, 1 second. I'm actually reading the Spanish to English translation right now. And from what I'm reading is, I think... Fuck, I can't even do it.
It's fucking nice out.
This is one of the giggliest podcasts we've had in a while.
That's okay. I think that's the top 10. I think everyone. I mean, we already said our favorites pretty much already, but I should have put this on the schedule. But it's like, I guess, has anyone who has pervaded the Hot 100? Does anyone have any their favorite on the Hot 100 right now? Because actually, there is something on the Hot 100 I want to talk about because this is something that
let's talk a little bit about like songs that are on the top 100 right now.
I'm done.
One song that's currently on the top 100 is "Feel It Still" by Portugal the Man, coming in at number 63. And very recently, so if you guys don't already know, a quick backstory: we got an email from like some like PR or marketing people representing like Portugal the Man. They're like, "Hey, we're going to give you a song early, and can you review it on your podcast? Because we're going to use it for a video." And we're like, yeah, sure. So we do that. It ended up not being used because I think just because like we're an audio podcast and we didn't do a video, and if they asked us to do a video, we would have done a video because it would have been cool. But they still put us in the description like for the ad video that came out, because I think the ad video was like ARTV, Deep Cuts, a couple other people, or Spectrum Pulse, I think, LP Club, I think. But yeah, we were still in the video description for some reason, even though we're not in the video. So shouts out. But they sent me a care package like 3 or 4 days ago. Like my mom got pissy at me because I thought it was like, because I ordered like a 7-inch from like Twin Peaks, the TV show. But I thought it was that. But no, like they sent me a care package. It was like Feel It Still on like plexi disc or plexi vinyl or whatever. A Portugal the Man beanie, which the latter two I sent off to Tim, or Tim from the Indie DM, or TC29 on Twitter. So that's on the way, Tim, if you're listening. And what else did they send me? Okay, there was a hat, there was a beanie. They sent me the new CD, and then they sent me a shirt that says "I liked Portugal the Man" before they sold out, because they're really high on that self-aware marketing. Like, yeah, we're making a sellout record, but like we know we're making a sellout record, which is just like so dumb. Like, just if you're gonna sell out, just do it in peace, you know. Like, you don't even...
Yeah, like clearly they have, like, you can tell by the way they're trying to be tongue in cheek is that they have like legitimate, like they themselves are like having issues with the way, like they want to go pop, but like they need this like veil of irony to protect themselves from the actual direction their music is taken. Because I was very disappointed with the new, like Feel It Still is a great pop song. But like on the whole, after like I listened to that all of Woodstock, and I was like, yeah, no, like you guys are like poppy psych rock guys. You guys are not like alt rock pop guys. I mean, just like it's like an example of an artist who just like does not understand their own strong suits and are straying from. Like they made Sleep Forever. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
I think they need to follow the Mike's Hard, slogan of what is it, like, hell yeah, go for it, whatever. What is it that Will always says is the official Mike's Hard slogan? Whatever the case is, like, if
it's like the official beverage for hell yeah, go for it, and like something else.
Exactly.
You basically got it.
Which if you're gonna sell out, just sell out in peace. Don't like try to like, because it just makes it worse. Like, hey guys, we're selling out, but like we know we're selling out. Like, cut that shit. Retire that shit, bitch. Just if you're gonna be a pop band, just go for it. All right? Because like that's the same issue I've had like with like 21 Pilots. Because it's like, we're not making songs for the radio, even though it's really fucking obvious you guys are making songs for the radio. But that shit's annoying.
See, the thing is that Portugal the Man actually sold out in 2013 with Evil Friends, and like,
oh boy, I mean, yeah, like a little, but also I will defend Evil Friends as like actually a great album, even though Danger Mouse is like not a good producer. Really,
I really loved it at the time, but now I just can't. I can't. I don't know. Just like the lyrics kind of irk me. They're very like
the lyrics definitely have
like
the lyrics have not aged well as me, as someone who is now 20 and is no longer 16. So definitely like not as into it, but like I very much will ride for it like musically. And I still fucking love, like, obviously this isn't, like, a completely unique idea, but the way the album starts with Plastic Soldiers and ends, like, they do this big, like sweeping chorus at the beginning that they then return to at the very end of the last song as, like, a reprise in, like, a way that, like, captures kind of the energy of, like, their live shows in a way that I loved a lot. And I think there's a lot of, like, very quality songs on that album, even though that album kind of does signal a lot of the bad habit they're gonna really go down on the next album that came out this year.
But yeah, that's my story.
That covers that.
But seriously though, thank you. Like, it was pretty cool to I guess do that. It was like, oh wow, we actually like. I know we joke about having clout, but it was like, oh, we actually are like notable enough to be asked to do this.
Or they Googled like music podcasts and they emailed like the first like 25 they found.
I mean,
that also could
still
happen.
that would be a signifier that we were in the first 25.
That's pretty good. This is true.
But yeah, I mean, I think because we're also in like or Deep Cuts, who was in the video, like he has us in his sidebar, and we need to get him on the podcast soon. By the way, sorry to get internal affairs, but like yeah, like I'm gonna try to get him on soon. But anyways, your guys' favorite songs in the Hot 100 that are not in the top 10 that you can think of?
Yeah, I'd say mine was definitely Bank Account by 21 Savage.
That is a great song.
It's a great song.
That is a very, very good song. I will agree with that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Also, Feels by Calvin Harris featuring Pharrell Williams, Katy Perry, and Big Sean. Anything Pharrell Williams... Anything Pharrell touches is gold, but I didn't expect to like a song with Katy Perry and Big Sean on it. But actually, pretty decent song.
Yeah. If last year you told you that you on a podcast would mention how you like a song with Calvin Harris, Big Sean, and Katy Perry, you would probably not be very happy with yourself. But it's actually not a terrible song.
Yeah, exactly. Also, shout out Playboi Carti for Magnolia coming at number 29.
That is Magnolia is really good. I don't care if it's over memed these days. It's I love that Playboi Carti album, especially Do That Shit. That's been on my jam of the summer.
Do That Shit is the best song on the album, in my opinion.
I would like to briefly shout out. I think Alex can join me in this. Love Galore by SZA at number 53.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh shit! It's on the list
at 53.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, that one's getting a lot of play.
Was that the Jimmy Fallon bump?
I mean, it went from 62 last week to 53 this week, so that might be the Jimmy Fallon bump. But it's definitely that's the song on the album that's getting radio play for sure. It's not my favorite on the album, but like, damn, SZA is really good and had one of the strongest like growths as an artist.
Seriously, like, Z did not interest me at all, and this album is one of my favorites of the year, definitively.
It's like, 100%. Yeah, it's really incredible.
So my favorite song in the Hot 100 that's not in the top 10 is Jerica by Jake Paul and Erica Costello featuring Uncle Cade. And I'm only mentioning this so we can put Jake Paul in the tags and get more views on our video. So now that we got that out of the way, my actual favorite song on the Hot 100 that's not in the top 10 is, honestly, looking through it right now, probably Passion Fruit by Drake, because that's a damn good song and like the best song he's done in pretty much since like Nothing Was I was gonna say Nothing Was the Same, but then I just remembered that like that Feel No Ways exist, and that's such a good song.
It hasn't aged for me as well, personally. Like, I love it, but, like, I mean, for me at least, like, I love it in a way that it's, like, it's my go-to. Like, if I'm DJing, like, and I'm playing, like, house music, and I want to play something that, like, the people at this party will actually know and sing along with, then I'll just, like, easily slide that in there real quick, because it's very, like, it's, like, the best background music of 2017, but it's also, like, it's a little weak in terms of its actual songwriting. And I think actually, honestly, like, as much as Views is like a failure as an album, because it isn't an album, there are a lot better songs on Views More Life. More Life is the album that came out this year. More Life has like legitimately like 7 or 8 great songs on it and a lot of forgettable ones. And I would say Passion Fruit is becoming a little more forgettable for me. Like, that's not one of the ones I come back to really as much from that album.
Also, very quick shout, Childish Gambino. Redbone is in the top 20. It's number 13 right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
This is the wildest thing in the world to me, which is that I deliver food for my job, and so, like, I don't listen to the radio ever. My only really glimpse of the radio is every time I turn my car on to, like, go from one place to the other, like, I don't plug, like, my phone isn't plugged in yet, so, like, before I plug in my phone and I like start listening to like a podcast or whatever music I'm listening to, I will like turn my car on and I'll hear whatever song is currently playing on Power 106, which is like the hip hop radio station in LA. And I swear to God, every single time I get in my car, it's fucking playing Redbone, and I'm like, how? This album came out so long ago. I know there was like one meme about it for like 3 days, but how is that enough for this song to be like the most heard song on hip hop radio right now? I don't understand. It's like a throwback like funk song. Like what is sometimes like the pop like trends in 2017 just confuse me in like a good way. Like I love this song. It's amazing, but like it's just like, huh? I don't understand this at all.
Yeah, it's... Oh, wait, okay, I know I said Passion Fruit, but, like, hang on. Okay, DNA by Kendrick Lamar, that's still in the top.
Oh, yeah.
That's 51. Come on, you gotta... Like, that...
Yeah, DNA is... The beat switch on DNA, I don't remember what it was, but I definitely threw some. I think I had, like a almost completely finished LaCroix that I just, like, flung across my room when that beat switch came in, because it was... So incredible.
It physically harms me, that beat switch. It is like, so the anticipation with that Fox News clip, you're like, what the fuck is happening? And then it comes in with that, like that, what's his, God, what, the Rick James sample, and you're like, what?
The second half. I didn't know what he was saying at first. I just like whatever. There's just some sample being matched, and then someone posted like here are all the samples, and then it's like, oh, he's saying give me some ganja. That's what that is.
But okay, yeah, this podcast is already like we're pushing 2 hours in this podcast, so
yeah, I was kind of expecting this to be a short one actually.
Nope.
There was a lot of loud related.
There were a lot of memes to be made.
But anyways, we will see you guys on the next podcast, which will be our very special. Well, if you guys follow the indie music, you probably know what's next, okay? Because here on the Indieheads Podcast,
content is coming.
We are providing you guys with infinite content because we are infinitely content.
Can we just stop forever?
Okay, bye guys.
It's over, guys. It doesn't matter anymore.
If you made it to the end of this podcast, just go home.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
It's
also
too late.
Boy.
Yeah, if you're so we will see you guys next time on the podcast. But if you guys are listening, it's fucking nice out. Who's trying to chill?
I'm gonna hang up now.
Who's trying to chill? It's supposed to
All right. Okay. Bye.
It's fucking nice out. Who's trying to chill, smoke some loud, feel me? I got loud. Hit my line. Either DM me or hit my line, bro. I got loud. I'm trying to smoke.